Hey guys and girls of E3, this is Starwind here. I'm just going to bring you the Microsoft E3 press conference roundup. First thing over, let's go over what we expected. I think we were expecting new hardware, possibly the Xbox 720 that's been rumoured, and you know the usual Halo, Gears of War, that's all expected. So, as you'd expect, the entrance was with Halo 4. We had an advertisement for it, started with real action trailer, and then it went into an in-game trailer, and then we got in-game play. The in-game play looks amazing. They seem to have done a great job with it. It was possibly one of the best things we've seen during the press conference. Then a guy called Don Matriarch came out. He was talking about Xbox as a media hub for everything between entertainment, talking about music, movies, games. So it's going to be used for absolutely everything. And then the next game we seen was Splinter Cell Blacklist. Sam Fisher's back. We got to see the Kinect in-game voice ability being used to call over someone and get them talking. And there was controls with Kinect as well. They're really pushing the Kinect at this, so where it was Kinect. And then the next thing was kind of funny. We got seen Madden 13 and FIFA 13 being used with the Kinect. And then they brought out Joe Montana to play Madden 13, and he looks so uncomfortable, like he just shouldn't have been there. He clearly doesn't play games, and they just brought him out for the sake of it. It was just awkward and uncomfortable. I couldn't really see a use for it in Madden 13. I don't think people are really going to talk during the game. But for FIFA 13, when they were calling in subs and stuff, it did look really handy for playing the game. You can call in a sub instead of get going at a game and getting it. So it was far handier with that. The next big game they released, or showed us, should I say, was Fable. More Kinect usage. It looked like there was no gameplay displayed, but it just looked like someone was casting fireballs by waving their hands around in front of the Kinect. That's not what I wanted to see from the next Fable. I don't know why they're going in that direction. I hope that was just a mistake, because there's no gameplay shown. So let's see where that goes. And of course there was a Gears of War trailer. It's coming in 2013, not much else about it. That was pretty much all that we got on the Gears of War. On a side note, there seemed to have been a big thing about 2013 and the adventure begins in 2013. So whether or not they're referring to most of their games are coming out and there's not much to display this year, or the new console in 2013, either one of them. Another game that they displayed was Forza Horizon. We all love Forza, great car racing game. It's out October 23rd, 2012. Looks nice as ever. Not much gameplay right and shown, but that was pretty much it. Then they went on, moved away from games and moved to entertainment. A guy called Yusuf Mehdi came out, and he began by showing the voice search now allows you to find entertainment by genre, which is coming out in the summer. And Bing voice search is added to 12 different countries that didn't have it before this, and he displayed that as well. Also, the movies are getting a lot of companies added to them. You've got Nickelodeon, Paramount Movies, and Machinima Videos is going to have a section on the Xbox now, so you can see all your gaming videos. And there's a lot of sports coming. There's going to have NBA, NHL, and ESPN, all the channels that they have available. Xbox Music is going to start up as well. I didn't really mention it about their old platform for music, or whether it's going to join with this or anything, but just that it'll be 30 million tracks on it. It's going to be on all Windows systems, your phones, computer, the whole works. It looks like it's kind of like Spotify, but there's no real info about how it works or charges or any sort of premium for it or anything like that. Then the next thing was that Nike Plus is coming to the company. They're bringing real fitness knowledge to the console, so I suppose there will be a bit more information. Nike do a lot of work with athletes and stuff, so it'll be good to have them in. It interacts with the Nike Plus armband and does a lot of work with the Kinect, so you're going to have lots of movement stuff with the Kinect, kind of like Wii Fitness. And then the big thing, their big announcement of it, was Xbox Smart Glass. It was the big announcement. It joins your tablet, phone, and console. Watch a movie on a console, read about it on the tablet. It kind of uses a game's idea as all as one. So let's say everything's got the same thing, same idea running. So if you're playing it on the Xbox, your phone knows about it. It's just like if you're in a room with a load of people and you want everyone to have the same topic that they're talking about. It's just the same sort of idea that they're running with. When you're using your Xbox, if you go to your iPad, it'll know what you're talking about, what you're playing, what you're doing, and your phone will have the same idea as well. So just to make everything in one. Their next big thing was Internet Explorer on the Xbox. Although other consoles have had it for like the past 15 years, PlayStation's had it for ages, all the handhelds have had it, the Dreamcast had it like 15 years ago. They think this is like the big thing to come around, but at least they're bringing an Explorer 2 or an Internet Explorer to the actual console. It's been missing for so long now. They needed to get it going. Beautiful thing. The next game they displayed was Tomb Raider. It's a transformation from Tomb Raider to Uncharted inside of Tomb Raider. I guess that's the best way to put it. It was very fluid. It was the best game for Xbox I've seen it so far. Bows and arrows are cool, and on Lara Croft, come on, can you ask for more? Was brilliant. They wanted to bring around some unique games. They had one called Ascend New Gods. It was very God of War-esque game, not much info, not much gameplay, nothing really we could say about it. And then there was another game, can't really say much about this, Loco Cycle, lead character Iris, an assassin with a very Tron-like bike. They're kind of pushing female heroes, I suppose. She's trained in everything. That's all that we know about it, so we don't know anything about the game or anything. And another game that was there for uniqueness was Matter. It reminded me of Portal 2 meets Minecraft. It uses the Kinect, which is why it lets it down. It would have been amazing only for that. Why did they use the Kinect? I do not know, but they kind of spoiled the game because of that, but it does look really good. And I suppose one of their biggest games they were pushing was Resident Evil 6 was the next thing. It new moves, new combat, and when you were fighting the zombies you could roll away from them, roll to the side, kind of whole new flow. Use lots of cutscenes of button mashing. Not sure that's really great in Resident Evil games, but they're really pushing on that as well. So it's going to be lots of kind of cutscenes and button mashing to get through the cutscenes and things like that. So that's going to be another thing in Resident Evil. So all in all, it looks very nice. That's the main thing about Resident Evil 6, it just looks pretty. They come up with this, the next game was just ridiculous. Racketeer, it would Kinect again, as everything else, Kinect, buy Kinect, we need you to own Kinect. And it's an Angry Birds game in a 3D environment. Need I say any more? They're just trying to push this Angry Birds thing, it's pretending it's a unique idea, it's not. Some girl was out demonstrating it in front of the crowd, using the Kinect again, just to pull the thing back and hit a building with it. Oh God, it's going nowhere, I don't know what they're doing with it. The next part was with South Park. It was just brilliant. It was probably the funniest part of the whole thing. Trey Parker came out, he was talking about the game, and he started off taking fun out of the smart glass. And he was saying, you know, I never knew I wanted to play a game while it was connected to my iPad. While my iPad was connected to my phone, I was in the kitchen and still connected to my refrigerator while in my refrigerator. So he's just taking kind of the funny aspect of it, of like, why would I want to do all them type of things? So I'm just trying to play my game. Is it that much to do? He just said that this is the first game that they've actually had their hand in for making South Park. It's not licensed to another company, so no one else is making it. It's actually them that's making it. They have direct influence in the game. And they were saying they never really had to think about it before, about where Stan's house is and how to get from Stan's house to Kyle's house to Cartman's house. And it's just a completely new thing for them. So they're really looking forward to working on it. And apparently they were just leaving E3 to go directly and work on it. Then we had the thing that we're going to cough by. Usher coming out to sing in support of Dance Central 3. I don't know what that was at. They were going at the wrong crowd. Twice he told people, get up, and he was talking to like computer people with laptops, writing down every last little thing that's being said. I don't know what he was pushing at, but nobody was getting up. And the last big thing they showed was Call of Duty Black Ops. Nice futuristic single player, exactly what I wanted. I wanted to see a bit more multiplayer. It's set in the future, nice weapons. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed every minute of it. Here's a wee bit of it here just so you can see. Welcome back, guys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to do the roundup for the Microsoft E3 press conference. In the background you'll see gameplay from Halo 4. So all in all it was pretty decent, overshadowed by a crazy lack of new hardware which we were expecting, some silly dancing and a crazy push on the Kinect. All we've seen was Kinect. It seems like you need to own one now to play half the games on the 360. We're not sure where they're pushing that, but we'll see come in the future. There were a lot of decent titles present, including Halo 4, can't wait. Gears of War was to be expected. Splinter Cell, nice to see it back. Sam Fisher back in action. Tomb Raider, which looked amazing and seems to be it's moving in uncharted territory. And Resident Evil, which looked beautiful, and the great Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is futuristic and we can't wait for. The Xbox Smart Glass seems to be a gimmicky thing to match Nintendo's new controller and definitely isn't needed. I can't see many using it. You might use it one in every 100 movies, if even, so we'll see where that goes. Microsoft keep pushing that the adventure begins in 2013, and if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on their new console at next year's E3. I'd also say that the lack of unique games for the Xbox 360 was a holdback for the new console. They're probably developing them for it. So maybe in 2013 it'll be Microsoft's year at E3. I'd say they're going to clean up next year at E3. All the new games that they've been holding back, the new consoles, so let's wait for that next year. We won't put all our cards in this that this year was them. It was a pretty bad show for them. Next year I'd say they're going to run off with it. So next we're going to do Sony, then we're going to do Nintendo, and then we'll do Ubisoft and Activision. So keep your eyes out for that, guys. Till next time, adios and enjoy E3.